MRU Richard Nagbe Koon.
Because Parliament of Seven Guinea, Cote d'Ivoire to Liberia, the land of liberty, has begun to inaugurate initiative the Mano River Union Parliament. This occasion is not only historic, it is a strategic project. Today, we reaffirm our shared ideas and collective responsibility to build a region that is strong, more united, more resilient, and more responsive to the needs of our people. Therefore, it is a profound honor and a deep sense of regional duty that I stand before you today to witness and participate in this historic launch of the Mano River Union Parliament. The milestone that speaks to our shared commitment to regional cooperation, integration, and legislative collaboration. The Mano River Union comprising Liberia, Sierra Guinea, and Cote d'Ivoire has long been a symbol of regional solidarity. From its establishment in 1973 to the days thereby gathering, the Union has endured a strong both victory and challenges, yet has never lost sight of its vision: peace, development, and prosperity for our people. This parliamentary body we launched today serve as a critical institutional bridge, a forum through which our national legislature can have share best practices, address cross-border challenges, advance common legislative independence and trade, security, environmental protection, and human development. As Speaker of the Liberian House of Representatives, I firmly believe that the strength of our union lies not only in executive cooperation, but also in legislative diplomacy and the ability of lawmakers to directly engage, deliberate, and influence policy that transcend national boundaries. Ladies and gentlemen, honorable colleagues, our region faces real pressing challenges: cross-border insecurity, youth unemployment, climate vulnerability, and the movement of people and goods without adequate legal frameworks. A functional and well-coordinated parliamentary body allows us to approach these issues not in isolation, but with a unified legislative voice, consistent, coherent, and committed to the well-being of all our citizens. Moreover, this body stands to deepen democratic governance, and ensuring that the voices of our people are heard not only at the national level, but also at the regional stage, in crafting laws and policy that impact millions across borders. I therefore urge all members, legislators here, to invest in the success of this body, not only through participation, but through resource support, policy alignment, institutional capacity building. We must also acknowledge and participate within this body actively as we endeavor to gather support from our international partner and national partners. ECOWAS, the African Union, the United Nations, and other development agencies, whose technical and moral assistance continue to underpin our regional aspirations. Colleagues, friends, let today mark a turning point, a new era of parliamentary regionalism in West Africa. Let us commit not just to the ceremonial launch of this body, but to the sustained work that follows: the convening of the section, the drafting of body laws, the building of networks, and the oversight of regional commitment that we all do. My eyes are particularly set on the following. 1. Regional unity through legislative action. For too long, regional policy has been driven almost entirely by executive engagement. But now, through this parliamentary body, we as lawmakers stand ready to take our rightful place in shaping the future of Mano River Union Basin. Through lawmaking, oversight, and policy harmonization. The parliamentary platform offers us an opportunity to speak with one voice to our citizens across borders, across languages, across political lines. 2. Fighting against smuggling and illegal trade. Let us begin by confronting a threat that continues to undermine both our economics and our security. Smuggling and illegal cross-border trade, from petroleum products to timber, minerals to agricultural goods. The illicit movement of commodities is bleeding our national revenue. Empowering criminal network and weakening trust in our institutions. We must act together to tighten legislative framework, harmonize custom policies, and strengthen over borders enforcement agency. A united front against smuggling will not only protect our economies, but will protect and promote legal trade and fair market across our people. 3. Addressing climate and environmental risks. Climate change does not respect borders. From the streaming forests of Nima and Zenikori to the broad coast of Sierra Leone and Cote d'Ivoire, our region is on the front line of the climate crisis. As parliamentary members and as parliament, we must lead in adopting green policy, enforcing environmental protection law, and championing renewable energy investment. We must also push for climate financing mechanisms that are accessible and equitable for vulnerable communities. That is how to prioritize environmental legislation as a regional emergency, because we are not only the guardians of our people, but also of their natural inheritance. 4. Enhancing regional trade. On the matter of trade, we must turn proximity into prosperity. We share roads, rivers, market, and cultures. But we must also share fair trade, protocol, regional infrastructure, and support for small cross-border trade, especially the women. Our parliament must work together to remove legal and regulatory bottleneck that sweep regional trade. We must ensure that African continental free trade benefits people at the grassroots. 5. Gender mainstreaming, a cornerstone of regional progress. And finally, colleagues, as we embark on this important parliamentary journey together, I wish to emphasize a principle that must underpin all our gender mainstream. We cannot speak of development, peace, and integration if half of our population continues to face barriers in access, participation, and representation. The empowerment of our women is not just a moral imperative, it is an economic necessity, a security strategy, and a democratic obligation. I Across the Mano River Union, women are driving informal, economic, sustaining family, leading economic peace effort, and advocating for justice. Most of the time, in communities where conflict arises, yet too often, they remain unrepresented in making decisions, unprotected in law, unobserved by policy and policy. This parliamentary body must commit to mainstream genuinely all areas of legislative cooperation, from security to trade, education to climate, youth empowerment to agriculture. To conclude my colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, let this new parliamentary body not be a mere ceremonial creation, but a living, breathing institution of action and integrity. Let us legislate not just for our nation, but for our neighbors. Let us govern not within our borders, but beyond them with vision and solidarity. And let us stand firm together as one regional voice for peace, development, and integrity. Yes. On behalf of the people of the legislature of Liberia, I once again overwhelmingly and warmly welcome you. May this be the beginning of a new chapter of cooperation, growth, shared progress for the Mano River Union. Together, let us legislate for peace, legislate for prosperity, and above all, let us legislate for unity. I thank you all.
So that was the voice of Richard Koon, the Speaker of the Liberian Parliament, the Liberian House of Representatives. They're giving a statement and also endorsing this establishment of the MRU Parliament. I'm told that he is the Speaker. That will be at the end of the program. But thanks for following us. This is the Ministerial Complex in Congo Towns, Monrovia, Liberia. We've been here following this event, this program.
Statement by Honorable Richard Nagbe Koon, Speaker of the 55th Legislature of the Republic of Liberia. I also want to use the occasion to